The UN is vowing a full investigation into Israeli allegations that workers for its relief agency for Palestinian refugees were involved in the October 7th attacks on Israel. In response to the allegations, 10 countries, including the US and Japan, are holding back funding for the agency. Jim Spellman has more details.
Israel alleges a dozen workers with the UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees, or UNRWA, were involved in the October 7th Hamas attacks, but details of the alleged involvement have not been made public. The UN says it is fully investigating the allegations.
The Secretary General has been briefed by the Commissioner General of UNRWA, Philippe Lazzarini, regarding extremely serious allegations which implicate several UNRWA staff members in the terror attacks of October 7th in Israel. The Secretary General is horrified by this news and asked Mr. Lazzarini to investigate this matter swiftly and to ensure that any UNRWA employee shown to have participated or abetted in what transpired on October 7th or in any other criminal activity be terminated immediately and referred for potential criminal prosecution.
By Sunday, the UN had fired 9 of the employees. One was confirmed dead, and the remaining 2 had not been identified. In response to the allegations, countries including the US, UK, Canada, and Germany have paused some funding for the agency.
We have suspended any outlying or yet to be allocated funds for UNRWA, the UN Relief and Works Agency, pending the results of this investigation. We're obviously going to watch this very closely.
Palestinian leaders say the cut in funding will cause further harm to the already suffering people of Gaza.
This step, simultaneously taken during the war in Gaza, sends a wrong message. There is a war against the Palestinian people. This decision is incorrect and should be stopped immediately. We urge all these countries to repay the UNRWA because it's a humanitarian issue.
Prior to the October 7th attacks by Hamas, UNRWA had about 13,000 workers in Gaza and says more than 2 million people rely on the agency simply to survive from day to day. The UN defends the work of the agency and is calling for a resumption in funding. Without aid from UNRWA, the already dire situation is likely to get even worse. Jim Spellman, CGTN, Washington.